Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka the COG, coming at you as always from comicbookclique.com to bring you the best day of the week. Happy Wednesday, everybody. New comic book days upon us, and a new set is here as well. The sound is a little different, the setup's a little further back. I'm right here. I know the sound, still working on the sound, might have to change up the mic setup completely. Bear with me. Pardon our dust, so to speak, but we're gonna rock and roll. This has been a heck of a week already. For those of you who are following us consistently, the Brian Michael Bendis interview is now out and available. Please give it a listen, give it a watch. The Don put a tremendous amount of work into it, along with Yogi and myself, and of course the woman behind the scenes, the witch, did a lot of work as well. So please, guys, take time to admire it and enjoy it. And let's get into the comics, though, because it's a big week of comics, and I want to jump right into it because this was a wonderful, as I say, a wonderful burden this week. Because on top of everything, and life, the interview, and just this giant stack of comics that I didn't even get everything I wanted. I'm still missing stuff. It's been that kind of week. So, Fortune Fame, here we go. We're going to start in Marvel with Amazing Spider-Man number 31. Joe Kelly and Patrick Gleason now on the art. This is all post Death Spiral and all that craziness. And the big reveal that finally has come out is May and Ben had a son that apparently was lost in more ways than one. And now he's alive, but was never not alive. If you guys are like me and have kind of like the Jerry Springer type of family that you think only exists on Jerry Springer, there's no way all this craziness could possibly happen. This is the issue for you. It touched me. Joe, this was a almost in a good way, a tough issue to read, because it's like, wow, I relate to this in a way I can't believe. And I think a lot of people are going to relate to this in ways that we can't believe. It's titled The Talk. As much Spider-Man as we get in this, where Spider-Man's dealing with a new vulture of some kind, what really hit home is the conversation that Peter has to have with Aunt May in regard to his long-lost cousin. Very, very good stuff. Took me a while to read and reread, and it hits home. So, Joe, I might hit you when I see you next time. Amazing Spider-Man was amazing to me this week. I know some people, it's not tickling their fancy because they feel like, I don't want to read this in my Spider-Man. But don't forget that Spider-Man is Peter, and Peter has real problems. That's what Stan sold it to begin with. So, and Jack, Stan and Steve, and Jack. Jack had a hand in everything. Great issue. Staying with Spider-Man, if you want a more fun Spider-Man, you got Spider-Man Long Way Home by Jonathan Hickman and Andy or Adam. I always jack that up. Is it Andy or Adam on the art? Adam is on the art. This is blatantly Marvel giving Jonathan Hickman a great book to work on, where you get Spider-Man, Punisher, and the Hulk all teaming up to deal with something, because there's a movie coming out in a couple weeks, which, by the way, get your tickets now because they're now available. Probably already sold out. Crazy times, guys. Crazy times. But this is a fun book if you want to have all three of your characters from that movie in a book. Well written, beautifully drawn. It's just not in continuity. So enjoy it however which way that may take you. I did. I'm going to stick for the whole series. Gail Simone doing her thing on Uncanny X-Men, along with Roja Antonio. This is a great jumping on issue. I told you from the last issue, I'm really excited for the new status quo, where we got M and a couple other characters jumping in because Rogue and Gambit are realizing they need help in dealing with these new kids, because it takes a village, and it definitely takes a village when the kids got powers. Great issue, new status quo, old status quo. It feels like the 70s, 80s X-Men. I'm digging it. I know a lot of people aren't, but enjoy the ride. Like I said before, Gail has described this as lots of spinning plates, and it's like that for a reason, because she's trying to tell a long build-up story. This isn't about telling a story that's going to take 12 issues or 18 issues. I think she's trying to tell like a 50-issue story, which I find whenever those stories happen, when you read them in retrospect, you realize, wow, what an amazing story. So check it out, guys. Can't say the same for this one. X-Men United number 4, Eve Ewing and Thiago Palma on the art. This has kind of had some quote-unquote controversy with it. They've announced that this book is not going to make it past issue 10. You guys have heard me say that I've not really been enjoying it. A lot of people aren't enjoying it, but a lot of cool ideas in this that I would like to see get continued. So let's continue those ideas somehow. Because Eve Ewing is telling an interesting story here, but she's bringing in all these characters that was like, wait, in Extraordinary X-Men, you had your characters, and now in this, you're picking and choosing from different places. So it's interesting. Thiago Palma, I did not enjoy the art in the first 3 issues. In this one, it seems like they found their rhythm. It's a huge improvement. So cool. Thank you. I hope whatever comes out after 10, we still continue to see Eve writing something. I really like to see her continue her story with what she's doing with Emma and Kitty. I think that's really, really cool. And Thiago can continue to be her artist. But yeah, X-Men United not making it past issue 10, apparently. But you know what always makes it past everything? Doom. Doom, the 616 blind bag that I cracked open, and I ended up getting, the Doom Quest number 1, which I already got, but I got this cool Simone Bianchi cover, gorgeous, and I believe it's black and white on the inside. Yeah, it's black and white now on the inside. So you get that Spiderman noir, now able to be seen on something. Good show. Don covered it along with Frank. Good stuff. If you missed this issue, great way to get it. It's pricey. It's $14.99. I know times are tough, but if you missed this issue, great way to get this issue, along with a great random reprint. There's like 5 reprints that you could get, like beautiful facsimile reprints with new variant covers. This was part of the Doom Quest story arc, which is a classic Doom story, and you get to be Dr. Doom. $14.99 though. So if you can't get it, I get it. But if you get it, great. Let's head on over to DC, where we got, I can't believe how much I'm loving Deathstroke. Deathstroke the Terminator, a la Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tony Fleece and Carmine Di Giamenico on the art. This book is amazing, continues to be great, action oriented. Here we get Ravager showing up to help out the situation with her dad. Her dad's in this horrible situation, but you put someone like Deathstroke up against the wall, you're going to find out why you shouldn't have done that. Tony, great stuff. I don't want to spoil it. Just get on this book before it gets cut short, because it's one of those books. But a book that's going to keep going because it's unlimited. Superman Unlimited. Number 14 by Dan Slott and Lucas Meyer. This continues the story of where this young Jonathan Kent comes from, with the Tomorrow Man, the future Jonathan Kent, along with Steel and everything that's going on with that Latin American-esque country that's using the new kryptonite to do wacky experiments. Lots of stuff going on, but lots of good stuff that Dan Slott has been building up since issue number 1. Here, that continues that, and I'm really excited because what's already been teased once before is now Damian Wayne is now going to have to confront what's going on with this Jonathan Kent. I cannot wait for the next issue. And issues that you never want to miss. Absolute Batman, number 21. Here we see, shocker, right? We got with Two-Face going on in this Absolute universe. Stuff is happening with them, with Croc and Penguin. We have Batman confronting the Robins for the first time, so great action-packed beginning. And then the end has Bruce finally meeting Absolute Joker. Don't miss this issue. Kind of like every issue of Absolute Batman. Scott, Nick Dragata. Can't wait to see you guys again at NYCC. Stand by. Another absolute book that originally I wasn't really on the fence for, Absolute Green Arrow by Ponchak Picheshote, Ponchak Picheshote, and Raphael Albuquerque. This is a great follow-up to issue number one. Issue number one, I told you, I felt like had a lot to it that I'm not aware of because I'm not a Green Arrow fan. But this issue, all that stuff, it fleshes it out more. So it's kind of slows down if you want just all the action. But this one is slowed down, I think, for people like me that need to catch up. But that's good. But in general, you still don't. I think you still don't need to have this. I don't want the Absolute Universe to get too big and then it kind of fall underneath its own weight. We'll see how it goes. Especially, like, I would rather Absolute Martian Manhunter keep going. But that's a whole nother conversation. Let's head on over to Dynamite. We got Thundar the Barbarian, speaking of Jack Kirby. Jason Aaron and Cooper Ball on the art. This is the penultimate issue of the series. I was hoping this series was going to go at least 12. It seems like it's only going to go 6. But it is a great 6-issue series. If you love Thundar as much as I do, keep collecting it. Jason Aaron, you show how much you love this character. And Cooper Ball, you're putting your all into the art. So it's only 6 issues, so please go back and get the back issues or pick up the trade so Dynamite keeps doing that. And speaking of what Dynamite's doing great, we got Mumra, the Ever-Living, number 3, Declan Shelby and Rafa Lobosco. This is part 8 of 15 of the whole Thundercats Silverhawks crossover. I've been telling you guys for months now, Mumra is just an evil dude. I love the fact that they're just embracing the fact that he's evil. There's no sympathy in his origin. We're seeing why he's called Mumra the Ever-Living and why he's just an evil bastard. So if you're enjoying the crossover as much as I am, make sure you don't miss this issue. Staying in an Image. Friend of the show, Matthew Rosenberg, along with his brother and Andy McDonald. Issue number 2 of If Destruction Be Our Lot is finally out. This book is just stunning. The art is so layered and detailed. Please, let's make this book last at least 12 issues. Telling the story of a cybernetic Abe Lincoln in this robotic zombie apocalypse going on. And, Abe Lincoln, of course, wants to understand what's going on. We got a cool ending, and I can't wait for issue number 3. If Destruction Be Our Lot. Killing it, Rosie. Can't wait to see you also at New York Comic Con. Damn You, Sawyer. Getting me into Odin number 2. By James Tinian and Marguerite Bennett with Letizia Cadanici or Cadanisi on the arts. This also is a slowdown issue from number 1. Number 1, the doo-doo hits the fan immediately, but now in this one it slows it down to explain why the doo-doo's sticking. Great stuff. We got this white supremacist group that has been infiltrated by a CIA member or FBI member. And they're getting more than they bargained for when they want to summon the Norse gods. Because they ain't getting 616 lore. They're getting horror stuff. You don't mess with Norse mythology. Just watch Vikings and you'll see why. But staying in the more fun universe, the Energon universe. G.I. Joe, number 23, Joshua Williamson and Andrea Milana on the art. This continues the whole Crystal Ball introduction with also getting backstory into the unique character of Risk. It's Haunted Mansion meets G.I. Joe. Great stuff. Josh Williamson continues to build the G.I. Joe world and makes me more excited for the eventual crossover between G.I. Joe, Transformers, Void Rivals, and everything. Mask. Another don't miss issue. Let's head on over to Jeff Johns' place, right? The Unnamed Universe with Redcoat, number 18, by Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. Continuing to tell the happy part of Redcoat's story where he's finally settled down with a family, but good old Benedict Arnold has come and said, hey, I need your help. Can you trust Benedict? It seems like you can, which is the crazy part of the story, but you can't trust the people who are following Benedict. Problems. The conclusion is epic. It's getting me excited for the eventual Geiger Redcoat Junkyard Joe crossover. Everything is lined up beautifully. Every issue with this timeline, which leads me into the next thing. Trillion Dollar Kid #1 by Jeff Johns, Peter Tomasi, and Stephanie Simeone on the art. This is the #1 for the other universe in the world of Ghost Machine. And that one is laid out here with this map. I was purposefully not into that side of the universe because I didn't want to have to deal with another universe, but it's a good universe because it's headed by Jeff Johns and company. This is part 1 of the Unbelievers crossover that's happening with all those other books, the Rockefellers, Halo, Hornsby and Halo, that kind of stuff. I will continue this miniseries. I'll get this. I don't know if I'm going to go back and get everything because it's just a lot. But I guarantee you it's worth it for those of you who are reading it. And let's have that conversation of why we all need to continue reading it. And I went back and got M1 because the Don spoke so highly of it. We got Jay Lee on the art and the story, right? And Jamie Chung. Seems like a bunch of people. And Lily and Robert Wyndham. It's basically Wacky Races meets craziness with Jay Lee drawing. Good stuff, wacky, fun dialogue, good book. Not sure if I'll come back for issue 2, but I've loved Jay Lee ever since Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4, and I never get tired of his art. Let me know if I should keep coming for this one. I don't know. That's what I got this week. It's a big week, and I still missed 4 books. There was another Spider-Man book, the Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day, Dan Slott book, and a couple other things that were on my radar that I just completely missed because I guess my hands couldn't carry much more. So guys, thank you as always. Check out our X, check out our Patreon, CBC Clubhouse. Help pay for this stack of comics so I don't miss any other comics, and so I can get whatever it is that you think I should continue to get. Make sure you check on our YouTube with these interviews. The Brian Michael Bendis interview, again, is out there. Please give it a listen, give it a watch. Check us out. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, keep print alive and read more comics. Thank you, guys.